Hello students, welcome to the class. In this class, we will continue the discussion about farming in Palampur. And today's topics are land distribution, arrangement of labor and capital for farming, the surplus farm products and the non-farming activities in Palampur. First of all, we will see, will the land sustain? Land being a natural resource, it is necessary to be careful in its use. But we already studied in previous class that modern farming methods have overused the natural resource base. In many areas, green revolution is associated with the loss of soil fertility due to overuse of chemical fertilizers, and more use of groundwater has led to the depletion of the water table. The resources like soil fertility and groundwater are built up over years. Once destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. So, we must take care of these environmental resources to ensure future development of agriculture. The next topic is, how is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? Among the 450 families in Palampur, one third means 150 families of Dalits have no land for cultivation. They are called landless laborers. And 240 families cultivate less than 2 hectares of land. They are known as small farmers, and 60 families cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. They are known as medium and large farmers. Among these, a few large farmers have extending over 10 hectares or even more land. Cultivation from plots of land less than 2 hectares does not bring adequate income to the family. On the other hand, half of the area of the village is covered with plots quite large in size. Our next topic, who will provide the labor? Labor is the second necessary factor of production. Farming requires a great deal of hard work. Small farmers, those who are having less than 2 hectares of land, cultivate their own fields with the help of their family members. The medium and large farmers hire laborers to work on their fields. Farm laborers come either from landless families or families cultivating small plots of land. Farm laborers are paid wages by the farmer for whom they work. Wages can be in cash or in kind. These ways differ from region to region and from crop to crop and from one farm activity to another. Variations are also there in the duration of employment. A farm labor might be employed on a daily basis or for one particular farm activity or for the whole year. The minimum wages for a farm labor set by the government is 300 rupees per day, but laborers get only 160 rupees due to heavy competition for work among the farm laborers in Palampur. We already studied 150 families landless laborers are there in Palampur, but only 60 families, medium and large farmers, will employ them in their farms. Means here the supply of labor is more compared to demand. And our next topic, the capital needed in farming. Most of the small farmers borrow money from the money lenders or traders to arrange the capital. The money lenders and traders charge a high rate of interest from the farmers, so it is very difficult for them to repay the loan. On the other hand, medium and large farmers have their own savings from the farming. Sometimes they also take loans from the banks to set up big shops or to purchase machineries. Here, the small farmers, those who cultivate less than 2 hectares of land, they use substantial share for their family needs. So, it is the medium and large farmers, those who are cultivating more than 2 hectares, supply the surplus amount of product to the market. Now the next topic, non-farming activities in Palampur. Non-farming activities are those which do not include farming as a source of income. In Palampur, 25% of population depend on non-farming activities. That means they engaged in activities other than agriculture to earn their livelihood. The non-farming activities in Palampur are dairy, small-scale manufacturing, shopkeeping, transport, etc. Now we will discuss one by one. First one, dairy farming. People in Palampur rear buffaloes. They feed them on different types of grass, jowar and bajra. Milk is sold in nearby villages. Some people also set up collection and chilling centers from where milk is transported to the nearby cities and towns. Second one, small scale manufacturing. This involves simple production methods and are done on small scale. These are carried out at home with family members as laborers. The laborers are rarely hired for these activities. In Palampur, less than 50 people are engaged in manufacturing. Next one, shopkeeping. Shopkeepers in Palampur buy goods from wholesale markets in the cities and sell them in the village. Small stores sell a wide range of products like rice, wheat, sugar, oil, and some clothes. Some people who have shops near the bus stop use them to sell eatables. Next one, transport. There are different means of transport in Palampur like rickshaws, tongas, trucks, jeeps and tractors. These means of transport are used to transport goods and people from village to cities, and the people get paid for this. The number of people involved in transport has grown over the last several years. With these, self-employed are also there. Some people have opened computer training centers, stitching centers, etc. to obtain more profits and to train more people for better opportunities in life. Computer education is most useful for the villagers because it generates employment for the people being educated. It employs skilled persons in the village to teach so that they would not go to other cities and towns in search of employment opportunities. With this topic, lesson, The story of village Palampur is completed. Students, read the pages from 5 to 12 of lesson The Story of Village Palampur and prepare answers for the following questions. The first question: why are the wages for farm laborers in Palampur less than minimum wages? For answer, you have to write at least 3 points like most of the farm laborers are unskilled, supply of farm laborers are more than the demand, and due to less demand and more supply, there is a great competition for work among the farm laborers. So, they themselves agree to work at much lower wages than the wages fixed by the government. Second question: capital is a basic need for agriculture. How is it arranged by Indian farmers? Explain. This is also 3 marks question. So, write the answer in 3 points like small farmers borrow money from money lenders or traders for high rate of interest. Medium and large farmers have their own savings. They also get loans from the banks, etc. Next question. Name the non-farm production activities practiced in Palampur. Give brief description of them. For this answer, you have to describe all the non-farming activities in Palampur one by one with side headings. Students, write these questions and answers in your notebook. Thank you.